Hello students, welcome once again to the maths class. Today we will continue the same exercise 5a. Students, in the previous class you studied about numerical coefficients, literal coefficients, like and unlike terms. Now we will try to understand degree of a polynomial. What is the degree of a polynomial? The degree of a term refers to the sum of all the powers of the variables in the term. For example, 3ab is a term with a power 1 and b power 1. This is the given term 3ab. In this term, there are two variables a and b, but term is single term. Here power of a is 1 and power of b is also 1. So sum of these powers is equal 1 plus 1 equal 2. So the degree of this term 3ab is 2. Now next example, 10ab square c power 4 is a term with three variables, a power 1, b power 2 and c power 4. So sum of the powers is equal 1 plus 2 plus 4 is equal 7. So the degree of 10ab square c power 4 is 7. Next example, 5. Only 5 is given. 5 is a term with no variable. Here with 5 there is no variable, so it is a constant and its degree is 0. Now come to question 6 of exercise 5a. Write down the degrees of the following polynomials. There are three questions, part A, B and C. Part A is 3a square plus 6a plus 3. So see here, 3a square plus 6a plus 3. Here the only variable is a, only one variable. Here three terms, there are three terms in this polynomial, first term, second term and third term. But in this term only one variable is given, that is a, and its highest power is 2. Here power of a is 2 and here power of a is 1. So the degree of polynomial is 2. Highest power of a term will be degree of polynomial. It will be more clear with other examples, other parts, other questions. Second part is 11ab square minus 10ac plus 4. In this polynomial there are three terms, first term, second term and third term. In first term there are two variable a and b. In second term there are also two variable a and c, but in third term there is no variable, so it is a constant. When an algebraic expression has more than one variable, how many variables are there? Three variables. First we find the degree of each term. First we find the degree of each term by adding the powers of each variable. First term, second term. So we will find the degree of this term and this term individually. Then the highest degree of the terms gives the degree of the expression. The highest degree of the term will be the degree of expression. How? Here in the given expression there are three variables a, b and c. The degree of the first term 11ab square. First term is 11ab square. So degree of this term will be a power 1 and b power 2. We will add these two powers. 1 plus 2 it is 3. And the degree of the second term is 10ac. It is 10ac. So power of a is also 1 and c is also 1. So we will add these powers. 1 plus 1 it is 2. And the third term is a constant. What is the third term? Third term is 4. It is a constant. So the degree of the given polynomial is 3, as the highest degree among the term is 3. Between these 2 and 3, which is the greatest number is 3. So this 3 will be the degree of whole polynomial. Now come to part C. 18ab plus 15a minus abc. Here the degree of the first term. Again in this polynomial there are three terms. First term, second term, third term. If we see the degree of first term 18ab. Degree of the first term 18ab is a power 1 and b power 1. 1 plus 1, 2. This is 1, this is 1. 1 plus 1, 2. The degree of the second term 15a. What is the second term? Second term is 15a and there is only one variable. In this first term there are two variables a and b. In this second term there is only one variable, that is a, and power of a is 1. So degree of this second term is 1. Now degree of the third term a, b, c. In this third term there are three variables and power of a is 1, power of b is 1, power of c is also 1. We will add these three powers. 1 plus 1 plus 1 is equal 3. So degree of first term is 2, degree of second term is 1 and degree of third term is 3. But which is the highest degree among these three? It is 3. So the degree of the given polynomial is 3 as the highest degree among that term is 3. So now students, this exercise 5a is completed. There are 6 questions and we have completed up to 6 questions. Students, now come to next exercise, exercise 5b. Before starting exercise 5b, I will explain you examples. So in exercise 5b, what we will study? We will study how we can find the value of an expression by substitution. We can find the value of an algebraic expression by substituting the value of the variable in the expression. As example 1c, if a is equal minus 2, b is equal 3, c is equal minus 3, find the value of a square minus c. First part, second part, a cube minus b, c cube. Third part, a plus b minus c whole square. Here in this question, value of a, b and c, all three values are given and we have to find the values of a square minus c, a cube minus c cube, a plus b minus c whole square by substituting these three values. Substitution means putting the value of a variable in the given expression. So students, I am explaining this example separately. I have solved this example in my notebook. See, same example I have copied here. Come to solution. A part is a square minus c. What is the value of a given? A is equal minus 2 and c is equal minus 3. A, value of a is minus 2. So we will put in place of this a minus 2 because value of a is minus 2. We will write minus 2 within bracket, then this square here, then this minus, and value of c is minus 3. Value of c is minus 3 within this bracket. This minus is this one. So minus 2 whole square means minus 2 into minus 2. Then this minus 3 will become plus 3 because here out of this bracket there is minus sign. Now 2 2 ja 4 plus 4 plus 3. 4 plus 3, 7. Come to b part. A cube minus c cube. Value of again a is minus 2. We will write minus 2 in place of this a. So within bracket we will write minus 2, then this cube minus value of c is minus 3 given. So within bracket we will write minus 3, then this cube here. Minus 2 cube means we will multiply minus 2 3 times. Minus 2 into minus 2 into minus 2. Then this minus here. Again minus 3 whole cube means we will multiply minus 3 3 times. Minus 3 into minus 3 into minus 3. 2 2 ja 4, 4 2 ja 8. Minus 2 plus 4. Plus 4 into minus 2 minus 8. Then this minus here. In the same way minus 3 plus 9 into minus 3 minus 27 within bracket. Now this minus 8, this will become plus 27. We will subtract this 8 from 27, we get 90, positive 90. Come to c. A plus b minus c whole square. Value of a is minus 2 plus value of b is 3, then this minus value of C is minus 3. Within bracket we will write minus 3, then put this bracket, flower bracket and whole square. Now this minus 2 plus 3, this minus 3 will become plus 3. So whole square minus 2 plus 3 plus 3 plus 6 whole square. We will solve minus 2 plus 6, 4. Positive 4 whole square. 4 whole square means 4 into 4 is equal 16. So I have explained example 1 separately because there is some mistake in the book. You will not write these examples in the notebook. You will solve only exercise 5B in the fair notebook. These are only for explaining. Now come to example 2. See example 2. Find the area and perimeter of a square of side 3 cm. This is the side of a square of side 3 cm. So side of a square is 3 cm. What is the formula for area of a square? Area of a square is equal side whole square. We can say a square. What is a? A is side. Then side is 3. So we will put in place of this a 3, then this square. 3 square means 3 into 3, 9. 9 square centimeter. Then perimeter of a square, formula for perimeter of a square is 4 into side, or we can say 4a. So equal 4 into 3, value of a is 3. 4 3 ja 12 centimeter. Clear example 2? Now come to example 3. Example 3 is find the number of diagonals that can be drawn for a hexagon. What is an hexagon? Hexagon has 6 sides. A polygon having 6 sides is known as hexagon. How hexagon looks? Like this. See, in this figure there are 6 sides. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And in a hexagon all 6 sides are equal. So n is equal 6. N means, what is n? N means number of sides. Clear? So formula for the number of diagonals is equal n into n minus 3 upon 2. You will write here equal, number of diagonals. Number of diagonals is equal n into n minus 3 upon 2. Value of n is equal 6. Again I am telling you what is n. N is the number of sides. And in a hexagon there are 6 sides. So 6 bracket 6 minus 3 upon 2. So 6 into 6 minus 3, 3 upon 2. 2 1 ja 2, 2 3 ja 6, 3 3 ja 9. There are 9 diagonals in a hexagon. Number of diagonals that can be drawn in a hexagon is equal n into n minus 3 upon 2. This is the formula. Come to example 4. Find the 10th triangular number. Find the 10th triangular number. 10th. Here n is equal 10. Formula for to find the triangular number. 10th triangular number is equal n into n plus 1 upon 2. Value of n is equal 10. Again bracket 10 plus 1 upon 2. So 10 into 11. 10 plus 1, 11 upon 2. 2 1 ja 2, 2 5 ja 10. Then 11 5 ja 55. What is the 10th triangular number? It is 55. So I explained you 4 example. What was the first question, first example? See, I explained here. Now see first question of exercise 5B. If A is equal minus 3, B is equal 4, C is equal minus 5, find the value of A's first A part A square minus C square, second part A cube minus B minus C cube, third part A plus B plus C whole cube. As I explained example 1, same pattern, so you will do self. Now come to second question. Find the area and perimeter of a square of side 4 cm. This is based, as I explained you, example 2. Come to question 3. Find the number of diagonals that can be drawn for a pentagon. Pentagon means polygon with 5 sides. Pentagon means polygon with 5 sides. So you will do this as example 3. I explained just now here. What is the shape of pentagon? C shape of pentagon. Like this. In a pentagon there are 5 sides. So this is as example 3. Come to question 4. Find the fifth triangular number. This is as example 4. Find the 10th triangular number. In place of 10th you have to find 5th triangular number. So n is equal 5. Then put the value of n in this formula. So you will complete this exercise 5b in your fair notebook self. You will not write these 4 example 1, 2, 3, 4. You have to solve only this exercise, these 4 questions in your fair notebook. Do not confuse. Okay, student? So thank you. Have a nice day. Complete your work on time. Do not leave any pending work. Students, I forgot to tell you that I have underlined some lines in my book. You are looking here. On next page also. So you also underline these lines in your books and read these lines at least 2 or 3 times. Clear? Because in the next class we will learn addition and subtraction of algebraic expressions. Although you have already studied in 6th class also addition and subtraction of algebraic expression, still you need to read these lines 2 or 3 times. Then it will be more clear how we add or subtract algebraic expressions. Okay, students.